right, shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. I woke up this morning. I got up pretty early, and I was, reviewing the news and all that stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I forgot. I never did upload that video of Pastor when he was out there worshiping and praising and worshiping with everybody. Because I actually used two different apps when I was getting all that footage. So I got a whole bunch of other videos I have to upload. So I'm going to have to do that at some point. Might do it today at some point. But like I said, I got a lot going on down here. Straitway, Florida is really pushing hard. The brothers and sisters down here are really pushing forward hard. And it's very encouraging for all parties involved. Okay, so as you see by the title, today we are continuing our Proverbs chapter 6 study, just going through Proverbs. A lot of wisdom in there. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I always tell people they're running in the roadblocks in their spiritual growth, spiritual development, in their deliverance, in their growth in the Word. A good way to do kind of a spiritual audit on yourself is to study the book of Proverbs. Okay, and what you do by doing that, it's hard not to see yourself in that. And it's just a recommendation from me. I mean, I like the book of Psalms also. There's a lot of books, just me in particular, in life, and a lot of stuff I've dealt with. Studying the book of Proverbs always was a good place to go to kind of give me plenty of work to do on myself, even to this day. So because I recommend people read the book of Proverbs, because I do it so much, I say, hey, why not just go through it verse by verse, line by line, and kind of encourage people to kind of do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? So what I've been doing is just kind of showing people how I go through the book, what I get out of it. So yeah. And then one of the things I've seen that really differentiated, hopefully I pronounced that right, Straitway from a lot of other ministries that I've seen and been a part of, it is the level of moral righteous development, whatever you might want to call it, character development. A lot of stuff I read in Proverbs, I've run into a lot of people in Straitway that exemplify, a high degree, a high moral standard. I think that's a good word for it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we got started a little early. I see now you'll see everybody starts waking up. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to jump into this momentarily. What I'm going to do, I got some news articles because I see people coming in steadily. But what I'm going to do, I got a bunch of news articles because like I said, I woke up this morning, man. We've been pretty busy down here down here in Florida. As you know, the house I live in has sold. I got to do the closing. We got the closing coming up here probably less than 2 weeks. My rental properties have sold, both of them. So we got the closing for those coming up. The Saints, a couple of the Saints stay in one of them. And so what we're doing is we are we're making arrangements and setting a bunch of stuff up. And it's very encouraging what I see happening with all that. And I'll elaborate on all that stuff another time. But we got that going on. Also, we have the Dry Bones Rising Conference. If you haven't seen, I'll play it right now. We got the I put a trailer out for it yesterday, or a promotional video. So let's play that real quick, and then we'll be right back. So here's the Dry Bones Rising Conference trailer information. I gotta call this thing something. Promo video. That sounds good. Here we go. Shalom, y'all. I'm Michael Israel, head of Straitway, Florida, and we want to present to you the Dry Bones Rising Conference here in Florida with the guest speaker, Pastor Charles Dow. He's going to deliver a timely message in the times that we're in now. He's going to show us how to get prepared and live according to what Yah's word said. This conference will be on the 4th of July at 3 p.m. in Pomona Park, Florida. For more details, call this number right here, 615-688-3025. I hope to see you there. Shalom, shalom. All right, so there you go. That's the, I'll play it later on in this video, but that is the Dry Bones Rising Conference and tour. Because after here, it is going to be in Dallas, Texas. Okay? So, definitely look forward to that. So I've been handling a whole bunch of business concerning the Dry Bones Rising Conference, so been very busy with that. And like I said, Pastor, it's very timely, the information he's going to be bringing out at that conference. You see all the stuff happening in the world. And I'll say this, I've been so busy, especially this week. We've also started a Straitway, Florida business down here. Low voltage installation business, cameras, alarm systems, this, that, and the other. And the same day that we got our EIN number and our LLC information, we got awarded our first contract. So that's you know what I'm saying? So we're doing that. I'm going to be moving next week. There's a lot of stuff going on. But what I did, I was able to wake up early this morning and just go through the news. I've been following with Pastor Dow's videos because he keeps me locked in on what's going on out there. And I've been watching his videos and just getting, hearing what's going on. Like, man, it's going crazy out there. So, all right, let me see what I got. So, and I've been coming across news articles, hearing stuff about China, and it's like, somebody, if y'all caught my live video yesterday, somebody was like, hey, man, did you hear about them taking over Seattle? It's like they took over 6 blocks in Seattle or something. There's all types of stuff going on, man. And so I was like, man, let me go comb through the news, man, and just going through it real fast. I'll show you what I came up with, what I found, some of the stuff I came across. So the first one, this is Forbes. From Forbes, it says Pentagon documents reveal the U.S. has planned for a Bitcoin rebellion. It says Bitcoin has struggled to find support in the U.S. government, with President Donald Trump, along with Treasury Secretary Steve, I don't know what his name is, Mnuchin, leading the criticism. So it's like they've strategically planned, for a Bitcoin rebellion. And the thing, when I saw that, the thing that popped in my mind, I was like, man, because I'm trying to learn about Bitcoin and these coins, because I know one of the brothers in Straitway was telling me about this other digital currency that they have that they're getting ready to push as a U.S. currency. And then I know I came across something with China is getting ready to put their digital currency online and all this stuff. But anyway, what got me though, I was like, yo, these folks be watching everything and they be planning for everything. That don't mean it's gonna work out, but they be watching. They watch everything going on, man. And that when I read that about the Pentagon planning for a Bitcoin rebellion, that I'm telling you, that's that's what popped in my head. I was like, yo, these folks watch closely. They try to plan. They trying to stop the end from coming, but it's gonna come. It's gonna come. All right. So let's see. All right, let's see the other news article I got. I got a couple, not a whole bunch. There's some interesting stuff. This was an interesting one. George Floyd's family appeals to UN for support for police reform. Look at this. See that? The thing that got me with this article here is, this is my big thing. This is what I'm looking at with this. And y'all kind of see my, like, because I don't have time to really look into all this stuff. Stuff like this pisses off whoever's against this. So I guess maybe white supremacist organizations or whatever, anybody who's against this, it just pours gas on their fire. Okay. I got the thing with Ice Cube that's pouring gas on the other side's fire, because I'm not on either side. I'm on y'all's side. And my thing, I gotta, because I'm one of the things I took from Pentecost when I went up there was to stay focused, and I'm just focused on getting away from these folks. Straitway, Florida. I'm just focusing them on getting as far away from the cities and these population centers as possible. So I got to stay locked in and engaged that way. I'm not going to be down there protesting. I'm not going to be down there rioting. I'm not going to be down there getting caught up in all this stuff. Like my focus is very singular on distancing. Like I said, Michael Israel been practicing social distancing. And I'm not doing 6 feet. I ain't doing 6 miles. I'm trying to do 60 miles social distancing. Put a 100 up in there if you understand that type of social distancing, y'all. Put a 100 up in there if you with that, because that's the type of social distancing Straitway, Florida, Michael Israel trying to do, okay? I'm just keeping it 100 with the big old facts up in there. All right. All right. So that's how I am. I've been watching Pass It Out, because what he does, he goes all into this stuff. on the dynamics that are operating behind all this. So I've been watching his videos, his breakdowns on all that. So hold on, let me show y'all something else though. Okay. Now I don't know why that popped up there. Here we go again. Okay. That's something else. There's a bunch of stuff going on, but this is a big one. This is the big one for us here. Again, y'all can weigh in on this, but when I see stuff like this, it's like get more ammo, get more magazines, get out. Social distance. Not 6 feet, 60 miles. You know what I'm saying? Jacksonville. That's right here where I'm at. Jacksonville will host President Trump's GOP renomination convention. So what this isn't the Republican convention. That's going to be, it says most of Republican National Convention moved out of Charlotte. Wow. Interesting. But the way they broke it down when I read the article is that because of contractual agreements, they're going to have the convention in Charlotte, but he's going to give his nomination speech here. Again, I don't know all the dynamics. I don't know how or why they fell out with Charlotte. I'm sure other brothers and sisters out there know all that. All I know is when I see this lights a fire under me to socially distance from these damn heathens. 60 miles minimum. You know what I'm saying? Get away from them. That's what I know. Okay? Hey, shalom to all y'all. I see all y'all coming in. All y'all waking up. Yep. So that's how I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see there. I don't know what happened with Charlotte. So it says most of Republican National Convention moved out of Charlotte. Official business will still continue there. Okay. Let's read it a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Donald Trump will accept nomination of the Republican Party for a second term as president in Jacksonville. The Republican National Committee chair announced Thursday night in a news release. So, and this is going to be a couple months from now, I want to say. Voted. You guys let me know, but I saw something about, there it is. It's the first step towards a big win in November, so that's in November. I'm going to get the date for this and let folks know. I'm going to put Straitway, Florida on alert about this because we don't want to. All I'm saying is I know what it's going to bring out. It's going to bring out a lot of it's going to bring out a lot of Democrats and Antifa and it could be protests and uprisings and riots and silliness and craziness down there. I know where it's going to be at. It's going to be downtown. So we're prepared. We're going to just be prepared. A matter of fact, there's some contingency plans we're going to put in order today. So we're going to do that. But yeah, man, that's all we're doing. But it's just added motivation for us to be doers of the word and not just hearers. Be about that action. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's continue on. There's a curse word up there, but this is Ice Cube. There's a lot of buzz out there. Disregard, the curse word there. He said, F the new normal until they fix the old normal. Okay. And he says, and their little game is over. Okay. And he's getting, he's waking up. And then they banging on him. So basically, Ice Cube is seeing the hustle. He sees as a monopoly game here, built on our backs. I think he realizes he's been a rented mule for these other nations. He's been a tool to destroy his people. I've seen a lot of talk saying that Ice Cube knows he's a Hebrew, this, that, and the other. We're going to see. I've seen Brandon T. Jackson was saying something about that. I'll tell you this, been talking to some people, and I'm gonna just keep it 1,000, y'all. There's some big stuff going on with actors and stuff like that, or celebrities. They're best way I could tell you is there's some big name celebrities that they know who they are, but they staying low key. And but I think that's about to change. I just put it to you like that. But that's up to them, man. That's up to them. Like I said, y'all know Michael Israel. My main focus right now is getting out. You know what I'm saying? We got boots on the ground action, trench warfare action going on down here. And my focus is greatly shifted to that more than spiritual combat or anything I'm doing social media wise, So let's see. All right. Oh yeah, Fantasia, no. Yep. She's kind of come out a little bit, but there's a lot of other ones that know. There's a lot of there's big name boxers who know. Not Deontay Wilder. Yeah, there's a lot of folks. Trust me. Trust me, this thing's about to pop off. I'll put it to you like that. It's about to go down for real, y'all. I'm telling you. So, okay. Let's keep moving. Let me keep moving with these news articles. I got an early start, so what do I have here? Let's see. It might be. You know what? That's it. That's it for my news. I ain't got a whole bunch. Only news I got going on is we just got a lot of stuff going on here. You'll see, you'll hear about it as we progress and move forward. I'll document it and all that. But let me see what y'all saying. So I want to say shalom to y'all. See all y'all tuning in. Awesome. Let's see. All right. All right, so we good. All right. So again, this is the Proverbs chapter 6 study, Bible study. We went through the other books. Different books carry different weight. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the book of Proverbs, different books bring it out different ways. But we are in Proverbs chapter 6, okay? And it says, my son. So we'll put it here so y'all can see it. Hey, before I start moving forward, I'm going to wait for y'all. Let me know if y'all can see that. Facebook and YouTube. Let me know if you're able to read that on the screen or if it's blurry, so I can make it bigger. All right? All right. Y'all let me know. I'm going to wait a sec for y'all to chime in there. Let me know if y'all can see them words or I can make it bigger. Looks good, looks good. Okay, cool. All right, so it says Proverbs chapter 6, verse 1. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself when thou art come into the hand of thy friend. Go, humble thyself, and make surety thy friend. All right, so here we go. So we're going to break that down because basically what it's saying is don't lock yourself in to unproven people, basically. Okay? It's saying don't enter into deals and in high level stuff with people you don't got a good witness on. Okay? Let's break it down in a more, what I do, I got a more watered down or amplified or whatever version. Hold on one sec, y'all. I'm about to, okay. Yeah, I got a more, that's what I do, just break it down in a more amplified version. It says, my son, if you become surety or guaranteed a debt or obligation for your neighbor, if you have given your pledge for the debt of a stranger or another outside your family, if you have been snared with the words of your lips. All right? Something daggone fly. My light. I think I left my door open too long. Hold on. I'm trying to get a better one for y'all. Hold on. Okay. It says, my son, if you guarantee a loan for your neighbor or shake hands in agreement with a stranger, you will be trapped by your words. You will be caught by your words. Do this, my son, to get out of it, for you have come under the control of your neighbor. So look, and when you read these different versions, like I read the Amplified before that, and then you read this one, it says a friend or a stranger. Remember, Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? Those who keep the commandments. Listen, because we throw that word brother, this, that, and the other. We throw that around loosely, okay? And this is so heavy, so straightforward, so simple, so non-emotional. You just watch footwork. I say it all the time. You watch the footwork. It says you will know them by their fruits. You'll know who they are by their fruits and not by their talk. And then that's how you know who to enter in the deal with. Family. True neighbors, true brothers. Okay? You don't just jump into something because somebody says hallelujah real good, real loud. You get into something with somebody when you see their footwork. Again, I keep saying it. And like I said, people wanted to put them comments in there that I addressed this week. Talking about Straitway and why don't I show anybody in the Hebrew community any love, and why do I show Straitway? Why are you talking about Straitway and you don't show anybody in the so-called Hebrew community love? I'm showing you the Hebrew community or the so-called Hebrew community love because I'm encouraging them to actually walk this thing out. And I'm showing them my example of how I've been learning to walk this out, and I'm showing them how Straitway has been walking this thing out and showing fruit. So going back, basically, staying on task, when you read Proverbs chapter 6, verse 1 through verse 3, it's telling you when you get a good witness on somebody. What's getting a good witness on somebody? You watch their fruit. You watch their work ethic. You watch them be men and women of their words. You watch to see if their behavior lines up with how the Bible says they are to behave. And then when you see that, and you've been around that for a while, and you get a good witness, now you know who you can trust and deal with. Close these. Use these. Like that post I put on my Facebook. I put a post on Facebook. It said, don't tell me what I want to hear. Show me what I want to see. That's what I put there. Okay? And those are the people you can do Acts, what is it, chapter 3 and 4, I think, in, where you sell all your stuff and have all things in common. All right? Big old facts. All right. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Let's move forward with this. Y'all put a 100 up in there if I got all the meat off the bone on that, on those first 3 verses. Because this is basic. All right? Or if y'all got any questions. Brother Ray Knight said, where was the love when they abandoned you, bro? Yeah, I know. It's like, man, some of these folks, I ain't heard from them since I said, hey, I'm with Straitway. They're like, poof, poof, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. All right. Let me see. Y'all got it, man. Y'all said that's 100. That's what's up. All right? All right. So, we're going to read. We're going to go to verse 4, okay? Let me make this bigger for you. I think y'all need this bigger. There we go. I think that's better. It says, and again, we're in Proverbs chapter 6. I'm going to verse 4. We're going line by line, all right? Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Okay? Don't be lazy. And lazy, you want to know what lazy is? Sometimes you're deceived in the laziness where you're procrastinating. So what I see with a lot of people, myself included, it's going to get y'all, but listen what I'm saying. One of the things I had to do to knock a lot of times your laziness and your procrastination and your sluggardness and your slow to move and your slumber and the sleep, a lot of times it's, you got to look at your diet. You got to look at what you're eating. You got to look at what you're consuming visually. What's going in your ears. How much television, lie by visions are you watching? Programming. The programs are you watching on TV? That's programming. What are you taking in? I've watched a lot of people, like, poor work ethic directly correlates with poor spiritual development. I watch people who are lazy working, they're lazy spiritually also. Almost people with a good work ethic, they got a good spiritual growth ethic too. There's a lot of things that tie into being a sluggard, okay? Diet. What are you consuming? What are you eating? I had to change my diet greatly. This is my breakfast right here this morning. It's sea moss, stinging nettle. What else I put in? Sarsaparilla and something else I threw in there. Okay? This is my breakfast. Probably my lunch. And then I'm going to eat with the saints today at the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? And then I got some ginger and lemon and some other crap in here, you know. It ain't the best in the world, but you know what? It's cleaning my body out. It clears up my thinking where I don't have I'm not sitting there. You ever talk to them people? They're like, yeah, it's like, and you go look at what they eating. You know, a double cheeseburger for breakfast with fries. You know, or they're eating poison because the American diet is designed to, you know, poison you, to rot your brain away, make you a soft retard. You know what I'm saying? It's lavish diet, and I'm just telling you firsthand. You know what I'm saying? What I've been doing this whole week, I pretty much have this in the morning, a little bit of fruit and some cashews or something for lunch, and then a big dinner. That's how I've been moving. I'm not eating 3 meals a day, you know. It's big, man. That, like, and the research I've done, and you don't have to waste time doing a whole bunch of research. And I don't, because they are in the pursuit, because this country worships mammon, they worship money. They have to make their food profitable, and in order to make their food profitable, they put poison in it. And Satan inspires them, whether they know it or not, to put certain things in it that make you stupid, give you brain fog. They poison you so many different ways. So a lot of people, they need to start consuming good stuff. They need to consume first in their ear gate righteous content. You know what I'm saying? Study the word. Listen to the word. When you're in your car, listen to, Pastor Dow got 20-something odd years of messages. Listen to that while you're in your car. When you're at home, have that on. Stop sitting in front of that TV. Find a way to eat something that's going to give you some energy to think and actually move, you know. And then everything else will work its way out. So anyway, I think I got all the meat off the bone on verse 4. Let's go to verse 5. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. And I literally got people that I could think of that I literally need to just tell them, look, go get up tomorrow, get a mat, go in your driveway, lay down near an anthill and watch it. Because there are people out there that are literally that pathetic. Okay? And like I said, there's a direct correlation between work ethic and you know, being a sluggard. All right. And spiritual development, spiritual growth. Look at the daggone ant. Look what it says. Which having no God, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gather her food in the harvest. So the ant prepares. Let's get that in a more watered down, simpler version, so there's no confusion. We're going to read that. It says, don't give sleep to your eyes or slumber to your eyelids. Get yourself, free like a gazelle from a hunter, like a bird from the hand of a fowler. So it's a trap. That's why a lot of lazy people, you talk to them, I was trying to figure out you see, I was waiting on, they'd be like, I wrote Denzel Washington a letter about that I wanted to be an actor, and I was waiting for him to send me the letter back. And dude, go down to McDonald's and get a damn job. You know what I'm saying? That, you know. But look, it says, don't give sleep to your eyes or slumber to your eyelids. This is the more watered down version I'm reading. I'm not reading the KJV on the screen. It says, get yourself free like a gazelle, because it's a trap. I watch a lot of these people is what they're eating. It's what they're watching on television. It's what they'll listen to. Sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, I'll go watch some of those motivational, inspirational videos where the people get on there and they talk about how to achieve goals and stuff, just to get me, jumpstart me, and get after what I need to do. Look, it says, like a bird from a hand of a fowler. It tells you, go to the ant, you lazy person. Observe its ways and grow wise. The ant has no commander, officer, or ruler. Even so, it gets its food in summer, gathers its provision at harvest. How long, lazy person, will you lie down? When will you rise from your sleep? Okay? And we're going to keep reading. Look, how many verses are we going on now about laziness? Okay? People make excuses, you know? All right. So let me see. It says, go to the anti-slugger. It says, provideth her meat in the summer, gathers her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Big old fat, juicy facts, y'all. I'm telling you, man, it's not a game, man. You got to be about that action. You got to be about that footwork and motion. Like me, I was having issues. I was just chronically tired, and I couldn't figure it out. And I started studying these herbs and stuff like that. Found out about bladderwrack and Irish sea moss and sarsaparilla and all these other herbs. I'm still slowly studying them out to get my diet properly and get myself fixed up so I can feel better. And I'm telling you, it is literally night and day difference. As soon as I drink them, a lot of the I didn't want to say feeling, but a lot of issues I was having immediately went away. Okay? So it is real talk. The Most High has provided, made provisions right around here, these plants and all this stuff to heal us, you know? Anyway, I'm not going to get off into that. It says, look, check this out. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. Okay? And froward, crooked talk. Shiesty. Okay? But let me do this for y'all. That's 12. We're going to do it on, y'all bear with me. Let me see this. Worthless liars go around. Okay, that's what that is. It's shiesty. Like I said, they say one thing, oh, I'm about this, that, and other, but they do something else. Okay, and I'm going in on that so hard because they'll say, oh no, it means Michael Israel, you say damn sometimes and you say bad words. That's what they'll say. While they wicked shiesty ass is up there manipulating the whole entire congregation. And I'm just getting in on that real hard because some information was brought to me a couple days ago about some stuff going on in the so-called Hebrew Israelite community. Okay? Shiestiness. You got people, man, you got so-called Hebrew leaders out there that are like Gandalf the Wizard in Lord of the Rings with their magic spells and manipulation. All right? That's how wicked they is, because they got froward mouths. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. He like, you see what I'm saying? They're talking about your typical, Bishop Bootlicker, the shiesty pastor. You know what I'm saying? And it's in the Hebrew community too. That's why I call them Christian Hebrews and Catholic Hebrews, because they be on it like that. And that's what it's warning you about. You see what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, y'all. So that's why I'm like that. That's why I'm going in there. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Okay? It says, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Okay? So it's, yeah, man, and it's that manipulation, man. It's people just not being 100 with the book. And it's not complicated. The book's straightforward, but you got people reading into it like they some enlightened high muckety muck, talking about they got the divine understanding to break this down, and you can't. So just give me your money because I could break it down because I know how to see it. And the book's straightforward. And it's telling you to be about that action and get it cracking. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? And Straitway, Pastor Dow, Elder Rufus, and the other leadership in Straitway have exemplified that. I saw it, learned it, did it, and I'm beginning to see it in my life. Okay? And it line up with book, period, point blank, surface level, plain and simple. Showing me how to protect my family, keep my children safe, keep my wife safe, truly understand what brotherhood is, where I have brothers I could trust with my bank account, with my money, trust them around my children, my wife, all that. True brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? And we're living it. Who don't want that? So anyway, y'all. All right, so anyway, I'm going to keep it going because y'all get ready to get me turned up. All right, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. So a proud look, he don't like pride, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, abortions, okay? Now look, a lying tongue. Look, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? You seen what the brother posted in there. As soon as we got with Straitway, poof, we're gone. Everybody was gone. No explanation, no reason, no biblical way of dealing with, hey, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Like, instead of bringing your issue before your brother, no, poof. Nothing. Okay? Lying tongue. I'm not going to go in on that because, like I said, I'm through getting distracted, I'm not going to throw shots in none of these other ministries like that, but all I can say is, if they ain't teaching the basics of the book and walking that out, they lying, man. They lying. You know what I'm saying? They ain't pushing you to get your house in order and to come together with your brothers in a selfless way and all that stuff, man. Come on, y'all. They lying. All right. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Let's keep it moving. All right. Woo, that's some nasty stuff. It's like when it stays warm, it's good, but ooh, when it cool down, yeesh. All right, so let's keep it. Let's keep it moving. All right, let me get this. A heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. All right. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. Okay. And I'm telling you, If I sat here and broke this down, I could show you where that's a lot of these so-called Bible teachers out here where they're just deceiving you for filthy lucre's sake more than majority of the time. Okay? And I mean, it's not hard because all you got to do is, hey, a year passed. Look at your life. Where were you at last year? Where are you at this year? You got a lot of people following ministries and stuff, and they're still struggling with the same sin. Their marriage or their life is still the same way. Same disaster. Their economic condition is still the same disaster. You know, their children are still up in the same school. Now that's changed. They're in the same school, but now they're teaching them wickeder stuff. You know, they're just in the same condition they were in last year. The only difference is they're giving even more money to the person who has a wicked heart, devising wicked imaginations, feet that switch to run the mischief, that manipulative. Look, a false witness that speaketh lies. Who? Didn't we see that? We've witnessed that firsthand. We've seen that firsthand. Again, we can name drop on that. You know, they put out documentaries about Pastor Dow, about me. Folks been up in my house lying on me. Saying I make Koya call me master. Koya call me master because she has respect for me as a man. I don't make her do nothing. All right? Look, a false witness that speaketh lies. Y'all, it's on video, on social media, where they're bearing false witness. For a while, when all those trolls were coming over here, I had to call it out. I had to warn them, like trying to, you know, because it's like actually trying to help these people and save their souls and not go back and forth with them. But man, people don't like it when you hurt their damn feelings. Like they don't like it. But that's why I have a hurt feelings report for y'all, man. That's why Michael, man, I care, man. Michael Israel cares about your damn feelings. No, not Straitway, Florida. You know, nah, man, I don't care about your feelings. I care about your soul. Anyway, y'all, we're going to keep it. Y'all put a 100 up in there if y'all get where I'm coming from, man. All right? Y'all put a 100 up in there if y'all understand that. Let's keep going. It says, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among the brethren. All right? My son, keep thy father's commandment and forsake not the law of thy mother. Okay? Because like I say, the first line teachers at home, the women, right? Bind them continually upon thine heart and tie them about thy neck. Okay? Tie them about thy neck. Okay? And look, I think that's what with the so-called Jews or whatever they call themselves, that's what they do. All right? They do it literally, but what it's telling you, let me break this down and get all the meat off the bone of verse 21. We're in chapter 6, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 21. It says, bind them continually upon thy heart and tie them about thy neck. Now look, and we'll The watered down version will probably break it down. Go, always keep it in mind and never forget it. Meditate on the word day and night. Okay, that's what you need to do. That's why I said this earlier. You don't need to be watching television programming. Okay, television programs. You don't need to be listening to all this crazy music. You need, in this world is so high level wicked. You got to constantly be taking this word in to stay ahead of the ocean of wickedness you swimming. You got to bind it. Otherwise, you're going to fall into one of these groups. Look, it says, when thou goest, it shall lead thee. Let the word lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. Okay? For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. A lot of people don't like correction, but it is a way of life. I stay getting corrected and directed. You see what I'm saying? It's, what does it say here? Correction and self-control will lead you through life. So people who don't like correction, it'll bring that up on its own. But there's a lot of people, for instance, me growing up, I would avoid correction. That's that youthful ignorance and pride. I don't want to look bad in front of this, that, and the other. Your pride will do that. And then you won't want to get corrected. You don't really want to get on the right path. You just want to look like you're on the right path. Telling you, it's tight, but it's right. All right. So let me see what we got here. All right. There we go. All right. So let's see. All right. Okay. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are not a way of life, is the way of life. If you righteous, your ass gonna get corrected. That's what it's saying up in there. Look, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Okay? It says, lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. So, the stubborn, stiff-necked man, a lot of stubborn, stiff-necked people, look, y'all, I'm just keeping 100 with what I've seen, okay? A lot of stubborn, stiff-necked people end up getting joined to a wicked-ass woman. And that's their judgment, all right? Why? Because they don't like reproofs. But what did it say there? It said, reproofs of instruction are the, not a way of life, but the way of life. So when you see people who don't like correction, they on a path to destruction, until getting molly-whopped upside their big knuckle heads hurt too hard. You know what I'm saying? Hurt too much. Shalom, Elder Rufus. It's good to see you in there. All right? So let's keep it moving. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is bought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. So, it's funny because, like, when you're when you're naturally wired up on a carnal level to be stubborn and stiff-necked. If you don't have a father in your life to kind of knock that out of you at a young age, you're going to be led by your carnal nature. And when you see them big buzzard eggs in your face and that big old turtle shell on the back of that girl, and you get the naughty tingles and you can't think straight, you're gonna get that whorish woman, and you're gonna be bought to a piece of bread. And being stubborn and stiff-necked is being led by that nature, right? That's what that is. It's being led by lust. Whether it's the lust of your pride, and that feeling wells up. Oh, ain't nobody telling me nothing. You ain't taking correction. Or then the emotion, the naughty tingles pop up because you see them hips and dips on that thing. And then you're led by that. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. All right. Let's see. It says, for by means of, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Okay? So it talks about that too. That's why you got to be dealing with people who are serious about this book. Yep. You got to be serious about this book. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Okay? And we're going to keep reading this. It says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content though thou givest many gifts. So look, what it's basically saying is, you mess with, if you commit adultery, which committing adultery is sleeping with a married woman, okay? And we could get into all the technical stuff of that, okay? I'm just telling you. But it's funny because when you look in Torah, it tells you to stone both of them. What's funny is that when you look in modern day society today and you see these things, these murder-suicides, and then you dig, and everybody like, oh, that crazy man. Or you see some, like, there was this thing where some man or something had thrown acid on this woman's face, and it had, and she was on there playing the victim and all that. And I put in the comments, well, what happened? What did this woman do? What's the whole story? Because I want to say what had happened, she had been sleeping around, being a whore. I'm telling you, I be seeing these stories all the time where women are getting shot, they're getting killed, and domestic violence. We gotta put a stop to it. Put a stop to domestic whoreism. These women, they sleeping around and sneaking around and then the man find out and kill everybody. And then you look in Torah and it's actually book. But I'm telling you, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? And it's telling you here. It's like, dude, you do this stuff, man, dude's gonna be ready to put rounds on target. Like mugs lose their minds over this stuff. You see what I'm saying? And then you go back to Torah and it says, yeah, you keep catching one of these women sleeping around and she married, she get a rock nap. Okay? A rock party. You know, her and the person she's sleeping with. So, but folks don't like talking about all that. You know, people, and this is Hebrew ministries. There's so-called Hebrew ministries out here that don't even, you know, they breed whores. You know what I'm saying? You look at some of them, they're no different than a Christian church. Like when you look at how the women come there dressed, everything hanging out and bouncing around in front of you. And it's like, good night. Like, what the heck? What in the Christian candy store is going on up in here? All right. So, yeah. So, that was Proverbs chapter 6. The whole, we went through it verse by verse. A lot of it is so straightforward. There's really no, breakdown. But let me show y'all this real quick. Since everybody's tuned in there. Y'all bear with me for a sec. Let me get this up here. All right, hold on. All right. So, I want to do this announcement again real quick. So y'all bear with me. I'm going to put it up here. And y'all watch this since everybody's tuned in. Shalom, y'all. I'm Michael Israel, head of Straitway, Florida. And we want to present to you the Dry Bones Rising Conference here in Florida with the guest speaker, Pastor Charles Dow. He's going to deliver a timely message in the times that we're in now. He's going to show us how to get prepared and live according to what Yah's word said. This conference will be on the 4th of July at 3 p.m. in Pomona Park, Florida. For more details, call this number right here, 615-688-3025. I hope to see you there. Shalom, shalom. All right, so that is the Dry Bones Rising event coming up here, down here in Florida on the 4th of July. You're going to get real independence, biblical independence on that day. But that's what I try to do. I try to encourage brothers and sisters to do events like this on they little holidays that they have. I try to do the events. I think I did the other Dry Bones Rising event on Thanksgiving Day, so that you ain't sitting there watching your wicked ass family suck on turkey legs, So Sister V said, what about hotel accommodations? Good question, sis. I'm glad you put that in there. Let's hit that thing. A matter of fact, I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better, sis. What I'm going to do, maybe tonight, it's either going to be tonight or tomorrow. I'll do a video covering everything that you need to know about the Dry Bones Rising Conference, okay? So we'll do that. I'll definitely do that. We're going to hit that thing. So I'll put all the information, break it down, show you locations and blah, blah, okay? So I will do a whole show on that. But if you want to sign up, if you want to come out to it, you need to call this number here. And that's the number that's in the video description on all my videos. That's, that is the dining hall number, Okay, just leave them a message of who you are and this, that, and other. They'll get back to you. And we don't just want anybody coming out there. We want serious-minded people that's about that action coming out there. We don't want people to, oh, let me see what they're about. No. We want people who's serious enough to call and wait for the message and jot down and really get after this thing. You see what I'm saying? Because like here in Straitway, Florida, man, we got some serious-minded brothers and sisters out here. Y'all see them sometimes. Y'all gonna meet them. They're gonna be out there serious-minded. They're about that action. They're about getting it cracking. You see what I'm saying? That they're not these tiptoe through the tulips, Hebrews. Oh, don't say nothing that hurts my feelings. You know, thou shalt not hurt my damn feelings. That's why I got this hurt feelings report. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be, you know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't got time for people with all that stuff, man. Man, I looked at the news this morning. I was like, dang. I was like, man, it's like they still tearing the country apart. I talked to a brother who came out in fellowship with us, and this brother's 60. He's in his 60s. And we were out there. I was like, brother, have you ever seen anything like this in your whole entire life? Like the virus and the uprisings. He was like, never in my whole entire life. Okay? Somebody said, you can't build and create separation in the land of our captivity. All they have to do is blow us up. No camp can or will save us. Okay. So, Sandra, good question. Let's book it, though. Let's book what you're saying. So what I'm going to do, and that's how we move. I'm not saying what I think. I'm doing what thus saith Yah. And I'm going to show you scripturally. Okay? All right. So let me do that real quick. All right? So what we're going to do, and I don't mind this. Like, I have no problem booking how I'm moving. Okay? All right. So let me get my script up here. All right. And then I'm gonna have some questions for her. Okay. So what we're gonna do first, go to Revelations 18. I'm gonna get you with the Revelations 18. And then we're gonna also get that Ezekiel. Let me get a good one. Oh, yeah, we're going to hit that Ezekiel, so get ready for that. But let's hit that Ezekiel 39:27. I'm going to put it up here on the screen real quick because we got time, so I'm glad they put that in there. I got about another hour almost. Bear with me. I'm going to get it up here for you. This is Sandra. All right. Where's my Bible at? Bam. So what I'm going to do is get this Ezekiel. And like I said, what we need to start doing and what we need to start challenging these so-called Hebrew misleaders out here who are telling you to just stay in New York and this, that, and the other. You ain't going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Tell them to book where they're getting that from, okay? Because I'm going to book my footwork, okay? If they can't book it, I won't look at it. I'm trying to rhyme. All right, so Ezekiel, I'm going to chapter 30, I'm going to Ezekiel chapter 30, 39. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 27, and I'm going to put it up on the screen for y'all, okay? So that, okay, 39, verse 27. I think this is it, okay? So here we go. And what it says is, when I have bought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. And watch this, because we're gonna go through a couple scriptures to show what being said here. Then shall they know that I am the Lord their God, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. So look, it says, when I have bought them again from the people. So first he's going to bring us out from among the people. And I got other scriptures that are going to elaborate on what's being said here. So from the people, and it says, and then he's going to gather us, or gather them out of the enemy's lands. But first we're going to be brought from the people, from among them. Okay? So now, on what was just read here, we're going to go to Revelation chapter 18. All right, to elaborate on Ezekiel 39, verse 27. So let's do that real quick. So y'all bear with me. We're going to go over there. I got a couple scriptures we're going to hit to show why I'm selling my house and I'm moving out from among these people. All right. And if y'all, all right, so let me get that. This Bible Gateway, it's kind of hard to navigate this thing. And, nope, didn't work. All right. So we're going Revelation 18, I said. Phone is there we go. Yeah, Revelation 18, and we're gonna go 1. It says, I'm moving forward because I don't want to read all that, but it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay? So in here, when you read this whole chapter in context, or you might need to read a couple chapters before, it's talking about Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the whole earth. And it's telling you to come out from among them. Okay? But let's get a bunch of precepts to kind of back up these end time. Basically, what we're talking about is in the end times, prophetically, what's next in the prophetic timeline for the end times. Because, all right. All right. Well, I think we're going to go back to Ezekiel. Okay. So we're going to go back to Ezekiel 20:41. Okay. We're going to go back to Ezekiel 20:41. And then I'm going to give another verse, because when you say he's going to bring us out from among them, we're going to see how that's actually done. Okay. So let me go to Ezekiel 20:41 real quick. Ezekiel Back one more. Ezekiel. All it is Bible Gateway. It's slow to navigate it. 2041. All right. So here we go. All right. Whoops. All right. All right. It says, I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen. Okay? So, again, I just read that one. Well, no, I didn't just read one. The one I read before was Ezekiel 39. Okay? So it's saying again, but let me keep reading. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for which I have lifted up mine hand to give it to your fathers. All right. So look, we're going to go to Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord. Neither be dismayed, O Israel. Again, this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. For lo, I will save them from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee. So these nations, he's going to make a full end of them. Yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. All right. So one last thing. We got two more things to go to. All right. Deuteronomy. I'm going to Deuteronomy as a reference of, to show how he's going to do it. It says, did ever people hear the voice of God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard and lived? Oh, have God essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation, by temptations, by signs, and by workings, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that the Lord your God did for you in Egypt before your eyes. The reason I just read Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 33 and 34 is because it says, by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that the Lord. So it's the way we came out of Egypt is a model of how we're going to come out of here. Okay. So now I'm going to read a verse. It's going to kind of solidify what I've been saying, how he's causing us to come out from among the people. I'm going to read Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33. Okay. So it says, as I live, saith the Lord God, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. And now we're reading the very next verse. And I will bring you out from the people. So first, he's going to bring us out from around the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered. So first, he's going to bring us out from among the people. Sell your house, get away from these people. Then he's going to gather us from all these nations where we're scattered. Not you running to some country and saying you're going to do it and this, that, and the other. Y'all going to do it. But he's causing us to come out from among the people. Let me put the verse up here. I'd rather have the verse right up here on the board so that ain't no confusion. All right. Let me go back. All right. So that's Ezekiel 20:33. So let me get that. And like I said, you have to bear with me because I'm using Bible Gateway, and this thing is slow. It's like hard to navigate it because I made it 20. Okay, so here we go. And like I said, just go read the whole entire chapter and read the chapters before it so you know the context. Okay? So here it is right here on the screen. And it says, again, this is Ezekiel 20:33. Gotta find my mouse. All right. As I live, saith the Lord God, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. And he's going to deliver us in that same way. Look, he's going to be pouring out fury poured out, just like Egypt. As he, look, but I'm just reading. Let me shut up. And I will bring you out from the people. Okay? And will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered. So if the question is, he's saying he's going to cause us to come out from among the people. He's going to gather us out from people. And then I will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out. Look, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. Look, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So if you want a model for how that thing's popping off, now it's going to be on a global scale, but you're going to start seeing global things happen. You know what I'm saying? All right. So when I see Straitway, when I see what Pastor Dow's saying, when I'm seeing what he's encouraging us to do, it's book. To me, it line up perfectly with book of come out from among them. Be ye separate. Look, let's go back. Let me see if I get back to Revelation without going through all this. Yeah, let me get a Bible that's quicker to navigate real quick, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I got a Bible I could navigate real fast through it, and then I could jump around to these verses. Okay? So if you, for me, and this is Michael Israel, my biblical understanding. When I listen to Pastor Dow and he's broken down and the model he set, as I study through the Bible, this is what I see. It lines up with what he is saying, what he's pushing us to do, the example he set, coming out from among them. Okay? So let me see. Let's go to Revelation real quick. Again. And what was that? That was, man, I got a bunch of other verses, but Revelations 18. Okay? Revelations 18. And it's funny how practical all this is, too. Okay? It says, all right, there we go. I'll put it back up there. It says, how much she have glorified herself, lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Okay? And we could get into what all this is, but it's pretty mystery. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. But it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And I read something about those those locusts increasing. Like they said tenfold, those locusts are going to increase. And they're expecting famine. Look, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Hold on. I'm just moving forward because I'm not going to read all this. But it's economic stuff. It's money. It's economic stuff. It's economics you see here. And the fruits. Let me see. Hold on. Yep. And a mighty angel took up a stone. Let me find that verse. And it says, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Okay? Upon the earth, you know, in the Catholic Church, you know, they killed, or Rome, Greco-Roman Catholic, you know, standing. But hold on. All right, but anyway, this is the one I'm getting at in Revelations 18:4. I'm coming back to it again. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And there's other verses that tell you to be ye separate, but it says, come out from among them. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know if that person's even still there, but there's plenty of verses that tell you to separate. So they said, sell your house and move to where the children of Israel and Moses had to leave, right? No, they lived in Goshen. They were separate. They weren't among them. And when the plagues came, they came on the Egyptians. Okay? It said, come out from among them. And if you think, so real fast, if you think, there's another verse, and I can't remember it. Man, if I get that verse. Exactly. Straitway is doing what's in Acts. I mean, they were saying this back then. But look, think about Sandra. Hopefully you still... Oh, she's still there. Okay, good question, sis. Good. So when she said, but my brother, it's literally and physically, right? So explain to me, when we come out from among them, what does that mean? Beautiful question, sis. And that's exactly what I'm going to get into of what we're doing, what I'm doing right now. So prior to that Great Gathering Hebrew Conference, I worked. choir work. My children were in school. I was wrestling with that. Something wasn't right, okay? After I saw Straitway and I was looking at my end time biblical understanding, I knew something was off. I was like, So I'm going to tell you what we're doing here. What I did, I took on another job. We pulled our children out of school because they were teaching them a bunch of crazy stuff in school. They were shooting up the schools. There were school shootings. The teachers, some of the teachers are Satanists. They're pushing homosexuality on our children. I don't want my daughters to grow up that way. So I pulled my children out of school. My wife doesn't work. She teaches our children. She cooks healthy meals for me to eat. And what I do, I work 2 jobs, okay? In the meantime, I've linked up with other serious-minded brothers here in Jacksonville, Florida. We fellowship on the Shabbats. We pray with each other. Some brothers need counseling. Some brothers need deliverance from evil spirits. We've done that for months, really confessing deep, dark stuff to where we really feel a sense of closeness that we can feel with no one else out there. So after months of doing this with these brothers, now we're beginning to come together. What I'm doing, I sold my house. This house is sold. I'm moving in with another family. Okay? We've built bonds. My wife has built bonds with their people. And now we come together, live under one roof, get our bills paid off. If something crazy pops off in this city, I got brothers. We have weapon systems and ammunition and training and stuff where we can protect ourselves from this wicked and untaught generation. Okay? So now we formed a business together with our brothers here. All the men go in and they work the business. We live under one roof, combined resources. But all the brothers go work. The women are at home. One of the sisters just had a baby. The other wives can help her out with her child and her children and cook the meals, keep the house going, and work together as one. In doing that, it requires a high level of spiritual growth, and it requires you to diligently adhere to what this book's saying. When you merge together with other brothers and sisters, the words in this Bible pop off the page. They take on a whole nother meaning. The book of Proverbs, wisdom, humility. What did Christ say? Love your brother as you love yourself, right? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Upon these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets. You're not going to see that being some individual in a city running around. You're going to see that when you begin to come together. So anyway, we're up under this one roof right now. Multiple families, okay? Getting our debt paid off. Getting economically strong. Getting spiritually strong. And then what we're going to do is buy land out in a more rural area. Once you buy the land and you build something on it, and everybody works together to what? Use the land to produce their food. Now they're not going to Walmart buying their poison. Now everybody comes together. They live off what Yah gave us to live off of. Okay? And they're not among the heathen, fighting all that sin and temptation. They're among themselves, okay? They're being ye separate from them, okay? And while in the meantime, you see the seditions, the uprisings that have been prophesied in the Bible slowly beginning to get worse and worse. New York and some of these cities will be the worst place to be when civil unrest comes, when a plague comes, when all this stuff comes. Okay? So that's kind of, so first you come out of her spiritually. You get your mind right. But I'm going to tell you, when you truly got your mind right, you can't help but come together with like-minded people in spirit and in truth. Like it's literally impossible not to come together with like-minded believers on a high level. Like I said, the brother I'm moving in with, I mean, it just blows me away, the selflessness in this brother, okay? And the brothers we labor with, we can trust each other in all things. I give them my whole account number and tell them to manage it and not even worry about it, okay? It's true brotherhood, okay? We trust and share in all things, like in the book of Acts, okay? They bought all things, they put it before the apostles' feet, and he did what? He took it and bought a purple Cadillac? No. He took it and distributed it out as they had need for it. Okay? And that's true brotherhood. You're not worshiping material things and mammonism. That's putting this book into action. Okay? Let's see. But Sandra, that was a good question, because I think you asking that question edified a lot of people here. Okay? And like I said, I'm not just saying this stuff. We are literally doing it. Okay? Koya is now officially a chase keeper at home. It puts her in a better spirit. She's not out there working for Massa Charlie. Because of my brothers here, now I'm able to move in with another family, alleviate the financial burden that was on me, that was having her to be out there working, and now we can get our bills and our debt paid off. And in the meantime, we're going to be working to saving up to getting on land. All right? And we can book it. We could book all those footsteps that we putting out there. All right, she said, but we are still in the land of our captivity. Yes, but sis, I read to you, he said, let me pull it back up. He said, first, I'm going to bring you out from among them. We can't truly get our minds right. That's why y'all need to go out and visit Straitway and experience what it's like for 2 or 3 days to not be around any heathens at all. It's spiritually quiet. Most of y'all have never experienced spiritual quietness. So you get out there on the land where it's nothing but people sold out to Yah, and you're just out there for a couple days. And when you insert back into this wicked society, you see the need to come out from among them. All right? But I'm going to hit your question. I just want to show you. Well, y'all know the verse I read where it said, come out from among them. Okay? So she said, but we still in the land of our captivity. Understand that. But, brother, we are still in the land where they bring us to. Didn't Lot had to come out? Yah's going to bring us out. Yah is going to bring us out. There will be an end sign. We will know. But in the meantime, we need to be iron sharpening iron. Forsake not the assembling, as is the manner of some, as you see the time coming. And you've been deceived into thinking forsake not the assembling means and gathering together, and this, that, and the other means, oh yeah, we go there and yell hallelujah on Shabbat. No, it means gather yourselves together, O nation, not this, like literally come together. And when you do it, you experience the spiritual purifying that comes. I mean, think about it. 2 families living under the, or 3 families living under the same roof. You know, you have, then you see what this scripture is talking about. You see what I'm saying? Come together, come out of her, So you be not partakers of the plagues. Okay. Before the Most High destroyed Sodom, he could destroy until Lot. Yeah, but you're talking about Lot. But the prophecies that I was reading precept Egypt, right? And then I showed you in writing where it said, first I will bring you out from among them, then I will gather you into all nations. Then I showed you in Revelation where it says, come out from among them so you're not partakers of their plagues. And I could go in the second Ezra's and it breaks it down in the even more detail of the fact that you have to get away from these people because he's going to hit these population centers. Now, let me hit you with something else that's going on that people might not know. There's a new move where everybody's moving to the city. They're gentrifying black neighborhoods. Gentrifying just means taking over black neighborhoods, upping the property value, and making the black people move out of these black neighborhoods that are in these cities and urban areas. And they're moving into them now. So all these heathens, all these other nations and people who don't know this book are flooding back into the cities. I think that's profound. Matter of fact, the company Koya was working for, they built the buildings, like down here in Jacksonville, Florida. I've been down here since 2007. That city was like a ghost town. Old, dilapidated buildings and this, that, and other. The past 2 or 3 years, man, I've never seen them build like this ever. And that's any city, USA right now. Okay. So, yeah, man, like I said, and I had, yep, come out of her, my people, yeah? And come out from among them and be separate. Let me see if I get that first. Hold on. Okay, here you go, sis. Ooh, why does it always bring up that version, man? It don't be pissing me off. I hate this. This is one Bible website, Bible Hub. I don't like the way they got that website set up. So anyway. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17, okay? So, and then I got one more thing I want to tell you also. Well, let me say that now before I forget. Look, if you do what I say and you come out from among them, you get on land, you live set apart, you move in with some families, you get a high level of spiritual development, and I'm wrong. Worst case scenario, you got all your debt paid off. You got some people that you're closer with than a brother, and you're highly spiritually developed, and you got your mind right, and you're really walking this thing out in spirit and in truth. So if I'm wrong, that's what you're gonna get, right? But if I'm right and you don't do what I said, all right, because he's warning us. All right, so look at this. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. I'm going to put up, it's on the screen. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Okay? Okay? So go check that verse out in context, you know. Do your right. Know your right. Never wrong. Okay, I got you. Okay, is it not so hard to live with people you don't know? So again, this is why this is why you forsake not the assembling, as is the manner of some. Let me get that verse up there and then I'm going to answer your question, brother. That's another good question. Look at this. All right, I'm going to put this on the screen for you. Okay? Look at this. Now, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25, it says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another as so much the more as ye see the day approaching. When you hear this, you got a Catholic Hebrew understanding and you're thinking, oh yeah, I just got to go out there every Saturday and yell. And now I'm assembling. No, assembling. Coming together as we see the day approaching. Sister Sandra, what you gonna do if things pop off? They're petitioning the UN to disband the police. What are you gonna do when anarchy hit? How are you gonna protect yourself? How are you gonna feed yourself? Who are you gonna call for protection? Is it just you and your husband? How long y'all gonna be able to make a stand if you're in the city? And we're showing you the Most High has made provision for us to get our minds right. So answering that brother's question, how hard is it to come together with people you don't, let me read your question, brother. Let me go back. I missed. Can living around, is it not so hard to live with people you don't know? So, is it hard to live around people you don't know? Again, we don't forsake the assembling. Down here in Straitway, Florida, we, particularly me and all the other brothers, are trained up to watch footwork. Watch the people who come every Shabbat. Watch the people who come into deliverance and come into prayer, and we get in our circle and we confess what we're really wrestling with. After being with these brothers for 4 or 5 months, I know them better than, like, I'm real close to them because we really labor together. We work together, but we do spiritual development. We help our brothers get delivered from spirits and strongholds and all that stuff. They are far from strangers. I know them better than anybody I know in life because we confess our faults one to another. So we're real tight and close. So heck no, they're not strangers. No, they're far from people we don't know. All right, so I see another great question. Is it not... Somebody said they're getting ready to make it mandatory to take the vaccine. People are going to be losing their jobs. But when you're on land and you bought the land and you own the land, only money you got to really pay out as far as that land is just the taxes. You don't need 20 people working for Massa Charlie to make your income. You're eating most of the food off the land. You've got combined resources and you're selfless. You're doing it. You actually live in a more peaceful, less slave-like life. You're doing a whole lot less work coming together. All right, so let me go to, somebody else had a good question. There it is. At Spiritual Combat, can living around contentious people be a stumbling block and affect your spiritual growth with Yah? Heck yeah. Yes. Yeah. But we bang on them spirits. We deal with it. Because, see, Yah has made provisions for everything. Okay? So if somebody's contentious, the book has made provisions to deal with that. To deal with it straight up. Not to kind of try to ignore it. Be like, hey, why are you arguing? Why are you always the one going against the grain? Why don't you take a break from fellowshipping with the saints and get your mind right? And he makes provisions of how to deal with it. First, you go to the person. Then you bring a brother with you and go to the person. All right? Then you bring a bunch of people and go to the person. Then you put it out there in front of the whole congregation, the whole group of people. Hey, look, this person got a spirit of contention on them. We not entertaining that thing. We're going to have them fill out a hurt feelings report, and then they could keep it moving. But it's book. Again, it's book. It's dealing with the book. It's doing what the book say. Most High have made provisions to deal with any situation that could come up. All right. That was a good question, Alan. Can I come get tested, help fellowship to be sharpened? Absolutely. All you have to do is call that number in the video description. Okay? You call that number. And there's a Straitway in your region. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you're at, there's one. You know, even if you got to drive 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? Yes, there is a Straitway near you. Call it, come out, and let iron sharpen iron. Begin fellowshipping with the saints. You know, you're not going to get sharpened being in isolation night. When you get around people, the closer you get, you're going to begin to see stuff in you that you had no idea was lurking in there. You're going to get humble, and it's a good thing, because then you can really begin to be content. But yeah, call that number that's in the video description below, and they'll get you linked up. And it's a beautiful thing, man. We got stuff going on down here in Straitway, Florida, that I've never seen in my whole life. You know, I never experienced it. Like, and things moving forward, you know, to the degree they're moving forward. There's something else I had. And let me say this. I gotta say this. Look, I'm not saying my end time breakdown is the bee's knee. You know, at the end of the day, I'm submitted to Straitway, Elder Rufus and Pastor Dow and the leadership's leadership. I mean, even me, when I went up to Pentecost, I got humbled on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that was brought to my attention, and a lot of stuff that I just realized on my own where I need to stay more focused. Okay? All right, somebody else said, where is the physical location of Babylon in Revelations 18? Who is Babylon? Okay. Again, in my understanding, I'm not saying mine is all say so, this, that, and other. The research I did, Babylon is the world. The whole world's going to get judged. The whole entire wicked-ass planet. Me particularly, the thing, from my study, the entity that controls this whole world with Satan as its head is Catholicism. That thing rules the whole world. You know, even in my travels in the Middle East, you know, there are Catholic churches in Saudi Arabia. You know, people don't know that. Anyway, that I'm not saying that's what it is. That's just where I've gotten in my studies, you know. So, we're like, Pastor Dow, Michael Israel teaching some crazy stuff over. You know, I'm growing too. At the end of the day, the Straitway model is book. You know. All right. Would you have to identify this in order to know exactly what to come out of blessings? Yeah. So No. I mean, damn. It's like, look, they got Transformers reading books to children in libraries and in schools. Okay. Um, they're they're shooting up the grocery stores, they're shooting up schools, they're shooting up churches. Okay. Um, you get they damn near ready to throw you in jail if you say anything about being a gayfer. Okay, the gayfer agenda is being pushed. They're getting ready to force vaccinate you if you in almost every way. It's like you can't see what Babylon is. It's right in front of you. It's right around you. You live in the matrix. If you live in a subdivision, damn near all your neighbors are on some type of drug where if they didn't get it, they turn into a damn zombie. Your neighbors or so-called neighbors in your subdivision are wicked as hell. Alex Jones said he be looking at his neighbors saying he gonna eat them. He's gonna eat them when he gets hungry. Like when people get hungry and desperate, are they sold out to Yah, to where they know how to fast, where they die for their brother? Or are they sold out to Satan, where they come over there and pillage your house and kill you? You live in Babylon. Come out from among them. Be ye separate. I'm not sitting here wasting time trying to figure all this out. It's obvious that it's safer to be out among yourselves out in a rural area. All right. That's crazy. All right, there we go. It tried to block your comment. It just, when it sees certain things in there, like when you type in caps, a lot of times it'll block your thing. All right. So yeah, man. It's like when you look in the script, you read that second Esdras, it's talking about, behold, I send plagues to the world. And they're talking about the way this thing, come out from among them. You need to really look around and see some of the stuff that's happened out here. Heck, you could look at Katrina and how that thing got ugly quick within a week. You figure, somebody was saying, man, the trucks stopped running. They were like, it'll be anarchy in 3 days or something like that. Like it's going, and you think, you're 2 meals from being real hungry, 3 meals away from being desperate. So you're 1 day away from being desperate, ready to kill somebody to get something to eat. And you couple that with some wicked ass people who ain't got nothing. You are in Babylon. Your neighborhood will turn into Babylon within a day or two. That's why. That's why we doing this thing, man. And getting around like-minded, serious-minded people, man. That's about action. People can't get their mind right, and they're in covenant with their wicked-ass spirits of pride and greed and selfishness. Run. That's your whole subdivision that you live in. And forget about a city. You know what you see in a city. Forget about it. This is what Pastor Dow been trying to tell y'all, man. All right. So somebody said, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, Brother Michael. Peace and blessings to everyone and their families. All right. Yeah. Peace and blessings. So, since it looks like a few more people are on there, over here on YouTube, I'm going to do this again. Hold on. I want to encourage y'all, if you haven't already, let me put this up here. If you haven't seen this already, I'm going to be doing a whole show on it here soon. I want to invite y'all to attend this. Shalom, y'all. I'm Michael Israel, head of Straitway, Florida, and we want to present to you the Dry Bones Rising Conference here in Florida with the guest speaker, Pastor Charles Dow. He's going to deliver a timely message in the times that we're in now. He's going to show us how to get prepared and live according to what Yah's word said. This conference will be on the 4th of July at 3 p.m. in Pomona Park, Florida. For more details, call this number right here, 615-688-3025. I hope to see you there. Shalom, shalom. All right, so definitely you need to get to that. That's a tour too. We're gonna be in Tennessee, St. Louis, DMV, Detroit, Maryland area, and some other places too. I'm not sure, but yeah, you definitely need to be there because we're gonna be bringing out this type. Well, Pastor's gonna be bringing out this type of information. He could break it down better than I can. All right. Because he been doing it. I'm just starting to do it. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said, how far is Dry Bones from Jacksonville? It's about 40 minutes south of here, maybe an hour south of here. And that actually works out great because those people coming from South Florida, you know, it'll work out good for them. So, yeah, it's not too far. And it's well worth it. Like I tell people, man, if this is in your region, come on out. Do it. Okay? All right, let's see what else we got. So, yeah, there was something else I had. But, okay. I want to, what Brother said, people sure got a lot of it. I don't think, like, for instance, Sister Sandra and some of these other people, I think it's more the programming because nobody else out there is saying what Pastor's saying. Nobody out there is doing what Pastor Dow's doing and what Straitway's doing. So at first glance, it's like, what the heck? But a lot of people are beginning to realize, you know what? I think these folks is right. Let me see what they're saying because everything else is telling you, oh, you're good where you're at. Just give me your money. You know, so I think that's a lot of it. Somebody said, I'm in the area on the 2nd for business. I'll be there. All praises. All praises. All praises. That's good, man. All praises. And y'all don't call that dining hall today, but call them tomorrow. They're busy today, and it's the Sabbath. Call the dining hall tomorrow and get registered on there. Hit them up then and be aggressive with it. If you don't get them the first time, get them the second or the third or the fourth. Boom, 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 boom. You know? All praises. Yeah. Another great awakening. Yep. You know? The great awakening. Passed out a woke Judah Hebrew Man of the Year. I am the woke Judah Hebrew Media Person of the Year. I got my award around here somewhere. It's somewhere. I didn't throw mines away having a pity party like some people did. Anywho, whatever. If you're getting mad, you know what to do. Fill it out. Make sure you fill it out completely. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. I didn't see that. It says, do you think there is permanent tissue damage? On the hurt feelings report. All right. Somebody said, come out of her to me was always looked at as spiritual and not physical. Now, more than ever, and after watching Pastor Dow, do I see this means physically as well. Big old fat, juicy, fiery facts, y'all, on that. All right? Yeah, man. And literally, when you come out of her, spiritually and you link up with people, you can't help but come out of her physically. You know what I'm saying? I think I said that right. When you come out of her spiritually, you can't help but not to come out of it physically. Because what's going to happen, you're going to link up with some brothers and be like, hey, man, we might as well just live together, you know? So that's big old facts on that thing. All right. So somebody said, yes, indeed, Yah's willing that me and brethren of Straitway at the Straitway, Louisiana will be there. All right, y'all let me know, man. Look forward to it. And like I said, I'm gonna do a show, giving y'all. I'm gonna provide some more details, on the event location and everything like that. Yeah, we're gonna get it. Awesome. Somebody say he registered last week. All praises, man. Get registered on there. Get registered. All right, let me see. I know what we're gonna take this out with. I know a fitting song, man. Let me see. Where are you at? Yeah. Boom. Okay, there we go. Here we go right here. All right. So yeah, y'all. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Hope Elder Rufus is laughing at that hurt feelings report, man. Hey, I know Elder Rufus had a lot of them filled out on him, man. Yeah, man. Shalom to you, Elder Rufus. Appreciate you. So anyway, y'all, with that said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm real excited about the fellowship today. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna try to relax for a couple minutes because I got up early, and then I'm gonna get ready and head over to the fellowship with the saints. It's gonna be awesome, man. Appreciate y'all. Don't forsake the assembling. And with that said, take it out with my man, the Rock Eye Bar. Wake up the tribes.
In times, don't let Babylon break you. Don't let them break your soul.
In time, stay woke, it's going down.
We gonna wake up the tribes.
Howard,
willing.
what you cooking?
Last days.
We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. We in the truth, now they scared of us. They knew that Jacob would rise. We don't want problems, we just want to do the laws. Praise the Most High. But if it's on, then it's on. Got angels with us when it's wartime. I pray we get back to Zion. We about to wake up the tribes. I can't fall for no false doctrine. I want it straight out the Bible. Tell me what scripture is that. Give me the truth with no feelings attached. We just gonna give them the facts. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. I cannot sit and relax. I had to go to the end. Run it back. I had to go to the end. Couldn't let up if I wanted to. On the interstate, bumping toward two. Not ashamed of the gospel. I got faith, I sure do. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. If the Father for us, how we gonna lose? Done talking, time to show and prove. No half-stepping, I'm a whole brew. Get the beam out your eye. If the blind lead the blind, where we going to? We turn the lines when under pressure. We just been keeping it cordial. They gave us chains in the slave name. Never told us we was royal. Now we getting our houses in order. No religion, I follow the Savior. Only Messiah can save us. Some say it's a fairy tale, but our faith will never waver. Scripts jumping off the pages. What? We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah.